What's going on, everyone? The Players Lounge Letterman edition, Georgia edition. Appreciate everyone joining us live here on Wednesday night. We're definitely going to start getting back to doing this more often. We took a little bit of a hiatus for the offseason. We are back live once again. So make sure you get into the chat room here on YouTube. We'll be answering questions throughout the night. So come join us. Don't forget to go to all of our channels. Obviously, TPL right here has the majority of our Georgia content. We had a great show that just came out today with Warren Brinson. Tomorrow night, Malachi Starks, Miles, and London Humphreys all going to be chopping up, talking about London joining from Vanderbilt at Georgia. How's the experience going? So that will be out tomorrow. So make sure you go hit the like and subscribe button so you get all the notifications. And then as well, Tennessee and Clemson. Go to their channels at TPL Tennessee and TPL Clemson. Tell your friends, your Tennessee friends, your Clemson fans, because the bigger the community grows for all of our universities, the better and stronger we will be when it's all said and done as we add more and more universities this spring and summer. So once again, appreciate everyone joining us. Got Ben Jones, my former center, and then Knowshon Moreno joining us from the golf course. Ben and I are just talking about his trip to Oakmont next week or next month. And then Knowshon shows up on the stream playing a little golf out there in Denver.
Yeah, the little one wanted to come on out, man. So I was like, let's get out. Let's get on out, man. We on her spring break, so I have to get on out here on the course.
How far is the ball flying in Denver, Knowshon?
Bro, I'm actually that thing's flying in Denver, but I'm out here in Arizona. Okay. So, I'm about 320 off the tee, something like.
Ooh, Ben, what we hitting off the tee?
If it's straight?
Yeah, if it's straight. Regardless, straight. He goes a little right, a little left.
I'm in the old man kind of golf. Hit it straight. I'm about 275, 300.
Okay.
I just want to go straight. I just want it straight.
That's fine.
Exactly.
That's fine. So what are expectations before we get into this thing? What are expectations for Oakmont? You think you can get in the 80s?
80s?
I'm just asking.
I'm trying to break 100 in Oakmont.
Oh, okay. I thought I was undershooting you there for a second.
No, because I know I'm going to play from the tips. From way back.
Why?
Because the guys I'm going with are scratch. So I'm going to be way back there, and I'm going to be in the sand.
Bad decision. All right. Well, we didn't come here to talk about our bad golf games. We came here to talk about football. What's going on in spring? Spring football just started for the University of Georgia. Spring game right around the corner. TPL will be having two events, one on Friday night and then one on Saturday. So make sure you check that out and come out and hang out with the boys as we get ready for G-Day. So we're going to talk a little bit about spring, what's spring like from our experience, what being a midyear enrollee is like as well, because Ben and I were both mid-years. I don't know if Knowshon was or not. And then we'll get into a little draft discussion as well. And once again, we'll be answering all the questions in the chat throughout the night. So make sure you get in there and ask all the questions you can have. I'll start with this, boys. I was just in Missouri this past weekend. I covered the Missouri spring game for the SEC Network.
And I know why you was there, though. Those are my boys.
Who? Oh, yeah, your boys. Yeah, damn, Knowshon loves Missouri. He's all Tigers. They look pretty damn good, Knowshon. They look pretty damn good.
Tell me everything.
The offense is nice. A lot of weapons. Transfer running backs look good. Defense got a couple holes to fill, but they should be a playoff team. They stay healthy. But anyways, the big discussion was fundamentals, less on the X's and O's and more on improvement in general. Ben, what do you remember your springs during Georgia? Like, were there more emphasis on that, or were there more emphasis on tease it up on the X's and O's?
Coming in as a first year, I came in early. It was learning the plays that first year, because if you didn't know the playbook, you couldn't play. As a center, you had to make all the calls. But second spring, third spring, fourth spring, it was about fundamentals and how can I improve my game from the previous year. I would take down, we'd have a big scouting report of what the last season was about. Did I need to work on technique? Did I need to work on hand placement? So you came in, and that's what spring's about. Playing physical, being tough, and knowing what to do. That's all. Georgia spring's tough.
Knowshon, how would you say your first spring to your last spring for you? Was there a difference of like fundamentals compared to X's and O's, or was it pretty similar?
It was pretty similar, man. I went into those spring practices and the spring game Just wanting to compete, man. That's all it's about, man. Competing, trying to get better. You know, you want to get the steaks, not the weenies. But at the end of the day, man, it's all about just getting better each time. But I just wanted to compete, man. Just compete, and then later on in my years, man, you know, you just trying to fine tune the craft. You know, we're back there blocking for Stafford, so we want to fine tune the craft and just make sure that everything is where it needs to be for that next level.
All right, make sure everyone rate Knowshon's swing on a 1 to 10. So make sure if you missed it, go back and rewind it. I thought it was pretty smooth. I'm not gonna lie. It was a pretty damn good looking swing.
It was smooth, but it was kind of fast. The tempo was a little off.
I know, but you're on camera. You got a little bit nervous in front of us. I get it. You're trying to show off. It's fine. I give it like a 7. It looked like a 7 to me. So, you know, in that Arizona weather, you probably hit it about 270. I think like a nice slice on the right side of the fairway. So there's that for you. Favorite memory from spring? Did you like the practices more or the scrimmages more? And I know what Ben's favorite memory is going to be because it was some craziness that happened between you and Malcolm Mitchell back in the day.
That was camp.
Was that camp or was that spring?
No, that was summer camp. He didn't get there until summer.
Oh, that's true. What's the best part of spring then?
Best part of spring, Saturday scrimmages, because they're early and you're done. Because you wake up, it's at 7 or 8 in the morning, you get over there, you knock it out, then you can enjoy the weekend. Because the Tuesday, Thursdays, you're doing one-on-ones after one-on-ones, O-line drills, and you're finally like, all right, I'm not blocking Geno Atkins every single play, and he knows what it is. You can actually ball here. It's not a one-on-one run block. So getting to go out there and scrimmage and open up holes for guys like him, it was nice.
All right. Well, we will get to the Malcolm story real quick for Kaz in the chat. But Knowshon, best part about spring?
It's a grind. So I don't even know what the best is.
Man.
Because like you say, like what Ben's talking about, man, you're competing against each other, man. So, I mean, it's just you can only go so hard. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, the best part, man, is when it's time to relax. All right. And, I mean, you're grinding that whole time, man. Like you said, competing with each other, you know, throughout the whole spring, man. And when it's over, man, it's like, all right, now let's get to that. Let's get somebody else. You know what I mean? I don't want to hit my own team all the time, man. I want to hit somebody else. So.
After
yeah, I would want to say like Ben's right, shower cap or like Saturday after those morning practices, you go to the retreat pool, we play a little beer pong, play a little beer ball, hang out with the,
I'll tell you what.
That was the best time. Get it over with, go hang out for Saturday, feel like a normal student in the spring.
Of course, that, man. I thought we were talking about sports, man. I mean, if you're going to talk about it like that, man, that cold tub was always nice, man. On a hot summer day like that, spring day, jump in that cold tub, be like, ooh, I'm good.
All right. So this wasn't spring. I did forget this was during camp, but I brought it up so we can't tease the people. Ben, if you're comfortable, I'll pull it over to you, give it over to you. Tell us what happened with you and Malcolm.
Oh, that was he was a freshman, just got there. So it was like one of those scrimmages in the stadium. We had an awful scrimmage. Bobo was on one. So we were doing perfect plays after a scrimmage. And we'd run and run and run. And Malcolm was loafing. And I'd had it. I'd ran more than I ever wanted. So I snatch him up, slam him. As soon as I slam him, full body cramp, and I fall like boom, like a big clock right on top of him, just lay there. And he rolls me over, look like he's going to hit me. And I'm just like locked up, can't move. Chest cramps, throat, face. He thought I was having a stroke. He was like,
we all did. I thought Ben was about to die.
They put an IV in my neck because I couldn't get anywhere else.
Cut the pads off. Bro, did you just Paul Pierce it? You went out in the wheelchair?
They couldn't find they thought I was having a stroke because my neck and chest and face cramp. That's when you know.
Ben needed that cold plunge up his backside to cool him down a little bit is what he needed.
Hey, and another thing, Coach Rick saved me because I was in PE major, so I had water polo that day, step aerobics, and cross country.
Woo!
And went straight to practice. So they took me from cross country in the equipment van straight to practice. So I didn't even get to warm up. I went straight from that. Next day, Coach Rick come in there. and said Ben Jones will only be doing stretch and he'll write papers. He will not be doing any more cross country and water polo. I was like, thank you, Coach Rich.
Why the hell are you doing cross country? That is some stupid stuff right there. Oh my God. Yeah, I will always remember that that moment. Bobo was just killing us that day. All right, I do want to get into the mid-years. Ben, you and I were both mid-year guys. Georgia, it just seems like, dude, I came in with 3 mid-years. Me, Met,
4.
and Dallas. You had 4. We had 3. It wasn't like that common nowadays. And I feel like now half of Georgia's roster is mid-year guys. Like, is it good? Is it bad? I'll ask both of you. Is it good? Is it bad? And how important is it? Like, would you go back and redo it if knowing what you know now?
Absolutely, because I wouldn't have been able to start as a freshman. If I had to come in and make all the calls, it's a learning curve. I know that spring my head was swimming. I had the best guy ever, Kevin Perez, who would do anything in the world for me to learn it. So he didn't have to go in there. KP was the absolute man. So he would watch extra tape with me and make sure I was ready to go in. So KP, you're the man.
Knowshon, you were mid-year, but would you go back if you could and change that? Or are you happy with the fact that you showed up in the summer?
No, I'm cool with the summer piece. You know what I mean? I don't need to be there early. Let me just get in there. And once it's time to get in there, let's go. You know what I'm saying? You are a little bit behind the 8 ball, a little bit, right? The guys that get there a little bit earlier are able to absorb some of that information quicker, obviously. But for me, no, I think it was good timing. You know, get out there and let's go.
Yeah. I think if it wasn't allowed, I would not be sad if I couldn't go mid-year. I'll say that. Like if it wasn't a thing and I had to go an extra semester of high school and enjoy all the last semester of what you do in high school, I would be perfectly content. So I kind of wish it wasn't allowed so you could get through that final semester and then be like everyone else and start in the summertime. So like, but you know, as a quarterback, you kind of have to. I mean, especially knowing for me that Met was going to be a mid-year guy, kind of forced my hand saying like, hey, it's going to be me, Met, mano y mano. Like I can't let him show up and get a semester ahead of me. I better get my ass to Athens, Georgia, and get ready.
That's how you looked at it?
Hell yeah.
Interesting. Especially at that quarterback position.
The quarterback is different. It's very different, the QB position. Very different. Only so many reps can go around. So again, there you go. All right, let's go to, before we start talking a little draft questions, what maybe hit your positions a little bit. Ben, I'll start with you first. Offensive line. What are your expectations? Obviously, they've recruited really well. You've been there. You've been with Searles. You've seen the guys over the past couple of years. What should the expectations be, even losing a couple of guys that could be early round draft picks?
This is going to be the best Georgia O-line that we've had. Like Said was a great leader, but Jared is one of those. He's an athletic freak at center, like 4'8" kind of guy. Like he is special. And you got to think, Mims was out. Mims is an absolute stud, but Truss held it down out there at tackle. Like, and everybody else is still there. Like we still got Big Tate, we got Fairchild, and what's his name's not a freshman no more. Our left tackle. So I am excited. Like last year, going back and helping out during camp in spring, Jared was a guy who was picking my brain, picking Sad's brain. His main thing was, hey, how do I be a leader? How do I make these calls? And given another year behind Sad, learning that. Like last year, me and Sad would sit there and talk once a week. He was like, this guy's a freak athlete. He's better. It just comes with the role. Sad was a better leader. He can make every call. And another year of that, that's the guy I'm so excited to watch play this year is Jared.
All right, Knowshon, you dogged the running backs all year. Spring ball's here. They got a new running back from Florida. Like, do you expect him to just kind of come in there and take it from everyone and out?
Oh, sorry, my fault. Nah. He's gonna have to earn it, man. You know we keep a stable of backs, B, and we got them Robinson boys still there. We got some of the other cats there, so they're gonna have to compete, man. Oh snap! Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you. You're rolling.
Oh, you hear me? Yeah. We use all our backs. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a stable of backs that we use. So you just got to get in there, compete, work, and you show that you could do it in practice. You're gonna get you some time in the game, bro. Yeah. So it's not. I don't think he could just come in and take the position. It's gonna have to be earned, and we got some dogs in front of him.
Got that big kid Robinson too. I like him, what he did in the bowl game. So
But
I'll
we
hit
got
the other position real quick.
I call it the Robinson boys. Both of them boys.
Ooh, yeah, seriously.
Roderick.
Quarterback Carson. Hey, he's gonna hit year 2, so I don't want to hear any of the BS. Knowshon, number 1 pick in the NFL draft next year, Carson Beck. I'm starting that right now. All right, boom, got that on my system. We know how good Carson is. Everyone knows how good I believe Carson is. The big question mark. Damn, nice divot, Knowshon. The big question to me. I think tight ends are going to be fine, boys. I think Oscar is going to be good. I think Lawson Lucky's going to be good. It sucks about Pierce Sperlin, in the heart condition, not able to play going forward. That's would love to see what the big string bean could have done out there. But I think they have talent at the tight end spot. Those guys are pretty darn good. And I think Lawson in year 2 will be good. I still need to see the receivers take it to another level. I thought last year was going to be that year, and it was kind of up and down, not consistent. Like, Ben, am I crazy to think that the receivers still have something to prove?
Yeah, I think this year it's not as many of them. Last year they had so many. They were trying to get the ball to so many different guys because they had so many weapons, trying to keep everybody happy. I think he's going to have his guys this year. He's going to be comfortable with them. Everybody knows he's the man now. He's going to let Beck do his thing. You got a great spring, great camp, and I'm excited for those guys. Just another year. I know going from year 1 to year 2 to quarterback, being the guy is a huge jump.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. He's going to be even more comfortable. Well, hold on. Did I hear you say – you said first round, not first pick, right? Did I hear that right?
I said first pick. First pick.
He's number 1. He's number 1 right now on everybody's
first quarterback taken. First quarterback taken.
That's funny because I'm not everyone. Yeah, I can see that. I can see first quarterback. Ooh, if Shador comes out, there was a lot of talk about Shador, bro. A lot of talk about Shador. Why are you guys looking like that?
I like Shador.
Okay.
I think Shador is a first round talent. Don't get me wrong. I like Shador. I like Quinn. I like Carson. I like Shador. I like those 3 as possible for all first rounders next year.
Okay.
I like him a lot. I like him a lot. All possible.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what. I feel you. Okay. No, I can't wait to see what Carson can do, though. Honestly, and see if he can, double back what he did in his first year performance. So let's see what's up.
All right, let's shift gears real quick. Appreciate everyone jumping in. Once again, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A lot of people on Twitter watching as well. UGA Pro Day coming up. And it was interesting. I saw today Marvin Harrison Jr., I know this is not Georgia related, receiver for Ohio State, did not participate in the combine. And he also did not participate in Pro Day either. Said, I got enough good tape. I don't need to go out here and run in some, underwear. Is that going to be the new move nowadays? We started seeing guys skip out on bowl games and start getting ready for these events. Now we're seeing the first essentially top player say, I don't need to do a pro day. Do these things even really matter? Especially like, Ben, you played for 4 damn years. Knowshon, you played for 3 years. Like, do you truly need to go out there and prove it at a pro day or a combine?
Yeah, Ben, take it first.
All right. As an offensive lineman, after starting for 4 years, they knew what I could do on tape. They wanted to see certain drills. But like me on a 40, I had a broke toe at the combine. And they were like, I said, I'm probably not going to run. The coach go, we'd like to see you just run. So I didn't practice all off season on 40. I got my butt down there and jogged my butt down there on that 40. So they were like, 40 does not matter for me. They know you're strong. They wanted that for me was in the meeting room and drill tape. Like, hey, can he come out here? We talk about drills in the meeting. Can he go out there and execute these blocks? For different position groups, yes, they want to see a receiver run, catch, all that. But I don't think they know the guys. He is a big physical receiver that can go high the ball. He's not going to be Worthy from Texas, run a 4.2. Like Knowshon. You knew what you had in Knowshon. He's going to go out there. He's going to make people miss, run people over. You see it on tape. He wasn't the guy going to go out there and run a 4.2. He wasn't a Chris Johnson, but you knew what you were getting from Knowshon every time. You know what you're getting.
Yeah.
So do you have an issue with it? Like, do you have an issue with Marvin Harrison Jr., who by a lot of people has been the best receiver in college football for 2 years? Do you have a problem with it if you're a coach or GM?
Did
him
he
skipping out?
Catch?
Nothing. Nothing.
Man.
I feel bad for other guys because everybody's coming to watch the guys there with him. Like, out of respect, I feel like he should go out there, do the routes. Run routes. Just run the routes. If you don't want to run a 40, okay. But go out there, catch balls.
And I understand, right? Guys opting out of the games, the bowl games, right? I can see that. I understand that. But man, at the end of the day, I see all this stuff as competition. Like, and not only that, bro, this is like it's like a memory. It's an honor to be invited to a combat. Not everyone gets invited. Some people are pissed that they're not invited,
Mhm.
right? So it's like, just go do it. You know what I'm saying? And compete and just show people. Of course, they're gonna see the tape. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I think I don't know. I kind of have a problem with it, but then I also understand. But at the same time, it's like, bro, not everyone gets that opportunity, so you want to take advantage of it, man. Go out there and just have a good time with it. Have fun with it. That's what I did, bro. I knew, yeah, like what Ben said. I wasn't gonna run a 4.3. I knew that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go out there, compete in the drills, and have fun. Have that experience.
We lost Knowshon on the number 2 tee box. We'll bring him back. Knowshon, you went to crap for a second.
He's in the bunker over there. He's in the woods.
He's in the bunker.
It's just more
He's
about
losing
the
surface at the right time, so
opportunity.
we don't see him hitting out of the bunker. I'm messing you. All right. We'll do another show when we can like break down some of the players and maybe where we see them get drafted closer to the draft. I don't want to do that this show just yet. We still got about a month to the draft, so we'll maybe push that a couple weeks for another show and really dive into where some of these guys can get drafted and where are some good fits that we think in the NFL. But I do want to ask, what was getting ready for the draft like for you both? Nerve-wracking? Were you scared? Were the meetings like just overall knowing that this is about to be dreams come true, man? Like, this is all of our dreams, like going to the NFL. Like, what were those 4 months leading up to the draft like?
My training was great. I got to go down to Pensacola at now it's Exos. I was down there with Justin Anderson, Brandon Boykin, and the other guys I was down there with. I still talk to some of those guys today. So you build some because you're spending so much time with those guys. They're like your college roommates all over. You go work out, then you're like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, let's go watch Entourage tonight. Hey, let's go watch Friday Night Lights. Like, a lot of our days consisted of going to the movies or hanging out in the room playing video games because you could only train for so much.
Knowshon?
Yeah, for sure.
Similar stuff?
Yeah.
Those 4 months?
Similar stuff. Similar stuff, man. I thought it was pretty cool, man, because I got the opportunity to train with different guys from different schools. I had a lot of Ole Miss guys. Mike Wallace was with me, Michael Orr. I had Crabtree, different guys from different schools that balled out. So it was kind of cool just getting a chance to train with them, see what their work ethic was like. And then at the end of the day, you build a kind of, a bond with those guys too, man. So it was really cool.
I'll say this one thing about Exos, because I was there too in Pensacola. So, I mean, all the studs. I mean, we had numerous guys. Jadavian was there. Odell was there. I mean, it was a lot of fun. But the really cool part was Exos has a deal with the Marines. So there's a lot of Marines working it out and training as well. And like a lot of wounded warriors there doing rehab. Well, Marcus Luttrell was there, who was the lone survivor. So I got to know him pretty well. So we'd work out. I do a lot of rehab because it's come off the ACL. It was the same year that Lone Survivor came out. So he rented out the movie theater for all the players and the Marines. And we went to watch it. And we went to about one of the most powerful 3 hours of my life. Sitting in that movie, watching that and looking at all the Marines, like head down, sobbing, crying, like them, like going through the experiences of like what they lived through during their time. I'm like, man, this was just an incredible, incredible time. Just being around those guys and what they sacrificed was really, really made that experience even more special for me. So I thought that was pretty awesome by Marcus to have us tag along for that one. Like I said, we'll dive into a little bit more of the players and where they're going to get drafted and what rounds and all that good stuff. Probably the next week or two, we'll do another Letterman show. But before we get out tonight, I do want to get on one big topic. Pretty interesting. It deals with the NIL world. It deals with the transfer portal world. Caden Proctor, the #1 offensive tackle in the 2023 class, goes to Alabama, starts for the entire season. Saban leaves. He goes back to Iowa, where he's from. Supposedly takes a nice $100,000 from the collective. There for about 3 months, then decides I want to go back to Alabama, re-enters the transfer portal, and is now going back to Alabama. Did this cross the line, boys?
God.
Bro, I think it does, bro. I'll say this, man. It's fine if you want to transfer so many times, all this stuff. All right, that's the new norm right now in college ball. Okay, fine. But if you come to the school and you take a bag, say 100 G's, and then you leave, I need my 100 G's back, B. Let me get my 100 G. You didn't even play for the school. What are you talking about?
You
Like,
even make it
give
through
me my
spring
100.
ball.
This is what I'm talking about, bro. Let me just get my money back and then go ahead. Go do you. You feel me? I bet I'll stop the kids doing it then.
I'm with you. Like at some point, you go to a school because you like. For me, I wanted to go to Georgia so bad. If Coach Rick and all of them would have been going, I would have been at Georgia, my dream school.
Yep.
Like at this point, I'm like, hey, they should make. They're getting all this money. Make them sign a 3-year deal. It's a deal.
Yes.
Then after your 3-year deal's up and you want to transfer and you got 2 years left, go. But these schools, you're trying to recruit them 4 times a year. They can leave at any point.
I know.
It's impossible to develop. You can't coach them hard. Like, are we trying to baby kids and make this world awful? Or are you trying to turn kids into men?
Yeah.
Like, you want these guys to be successful. So I'm trying to, like, for me, that's when you grow up as college. Like, you get pushed to your limits, and they're not able to do that anymore. So
no, they're just taking the easiest path. And like, listen, I'm all for NIL. I'm all for kids being able to hit the portal. I just think there needs to be some structure to it. I think you said it best. I think Nick Saban has kind of echoed what you said previously before too. Like, if this was the NFL and I'm in free agency and I go sign with the Falcons, I'm signing with the Falcons. I just can't pick up and say, you know what, Falcons, I'm out of here. I want to actually go to the Chargers. I screwed up. I want to go with them. Like, you can't just do that.
No, you sign a contract.
You can't just flip-flop back and forth, man. Like, you made a decision. Be a grown-up. You got $100,000. You got to suck it up and play, dude. Sorry about it. You made the decision. You made the bed. Your ass better sleep in it. So I think this was way overboard, 100% crossed the line, and taking advantage of the system, man. They're taking advantage of the system. It has to get cleaned up. You can't be just bouncing around from place to place. If you're going to get paid and you want to be treated like a pro, you need to sign a contract and you got to spend X amount of seasons at a university. Plain and simple. Knowshon, any last thoughts?
I'm right with you, bro. I'm right with you. Yeah. And Emma, come on. You didn't even give them a year. You gave them a few months. He's tripping.
Wow. All right, well, that is it for us tonight here. Got to let Knowshon get back to focusing on his bogeys and double bogeys and making some birdie putts maybe here now. But we will be back once again. We'll do another draft show here in the next couple of weeks, maybe even bring on some of the current guys that are getting ready for the NFL draft to hear their stories, all that good stuff. Once again, like, subscribe. Don't forget, share it with your friends at Tennessee and Clemson. We'll also be announcing a couple new schools here in the coming months leading up to next season. So we appreciate all the love and support. Also, G-Day, we'll have an event on Friday and Saturday, so make sure you go follow the socials at the Players Lounge to get updated on all of that as well. Ben, Knowshon, hit them straight, boys, and we'll schedule another one here soon in the next couple weeks.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, boys.